Welcome to Fighting Stats, the ultimate channel for UFC fans who love statistics and betting breakdowns. I'm your host, Art C, and today I'll be getting you ready for the upcoming UFC fights. Here at Fighting Stats, we have exclusive UFC stats, not available anywhere else, giving us a huge edge over the sportsbooks that help us make money long term. Here at Fighting Stats, we also track how often they throw that left jab or that right hook from southpaw, how often they're moving back, or how much time is spent in side control versus full mount. We have all of that information, but that's not it. We pair that with our tape study here. We're going to go through the fights. We're going to watch for fighters' strengths, weaknesses, tendencies, and overall strategies to help you get prepared for the upcoming UFC fights. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Welcome to Fighting Stats. Welcome back to Fighting Stats. I'm your host, Art C, and today we're just doing a quick breakdown on Patchy Mix. We taped all of his side there. I just want to give you a fight summary in terms of what we saw and all of that fight tape there. So without further ado, we started the fight tape here. We started with Juan Archuleta. That was dating back in 2020. Archuleta winning a unanimous decision. I think Patchy Mix won the first 2 rounds. With the grappling, he got the back, got the body lock in, secured those 2 rounds, and then in rounds 3, 4, 5, I don't know if it was cardio related or not, but he didn't really attempt any submissions any takedowns into the later rounds. Archuleta was a lot busier on the feet, a lot more volume, going to the body a lot, ended up winning 3, 4, 5, ends up winning a unanimous decision win. Off of that there, he fights Albert Morales. I think that one was a lot of grappling there as well. Patchy Mix able to control, get the fight down to the ground, eventually landing this arm triangle choke in round number 3, winning there. Moves over to fight James Gallagher in November of 2021. Same sort of thing. He a little bit back and forth, I think, in that fight. Patchy Mix ended up finding the guillotine in round number 3. We saw how nasty his guillotine is multiple times. Eventually finds the finish there. In April of 2022, this is the Bellator Grand Prix. He starts out fighting Karuchi Hiroguchi. That fight being a 5-round fight. Hiroguchi, a lot of lateral movement, staying on the outside, very fast. And again, Hiroguchi ended up winning the striking exchanges, but it was the difference there was the grappling exchanges from Patchy Mix. Anytime he gets the back, again, he keeps that position. And Hiroguchi was at a huge reach advantage and height disadvantage. So Hiroguchi had to find his way into the pocket, but was still landing enough to win the rounds that anytime there wasn't any grappling, Hiroguchi would win from the striking there. Then he goes on and fights Magomed Magomedov in the semifinal fight. He ends up winning by guillotine choke there. That one, Magomedov is the grappler coming in, or the wrestler. High-level wrestling comes out of the Khabib camp. So shot in for a takedown. Again, anytime Magomedov shoots in for a takedown, gets his neck in there, the default for Patchy Mix is to grab the guillotine, reverse the position. He has, I assume, a very nasty front guillotine grip or choke or whatever, because as soon as he gets that in, fighters are immediately rolling up to their back, giving up mount position to try to get out. So very telling for me. He ends up finding the guillotine choke in round number 2, submitting Magomedov there, and then ends up fighting for the Grand Prix finals against Rafuyun Stotts. That one being a 2-minute fight. Patchy Mix had not really had many KOs, but throws a knee up the middle, well-timed knee, catches Stotts coming in, catches him clean, puts him out on his feet, and wins by first-round knockout. I think he wins the interim championship belt. Sergio Pettis comes back and as the current champion. So it's interim champ versus champion. That one, again, Patchy Mix controlling Pettis on the ground anytime he got down to the back. It was Patchy Mix getting onto the back, putting on the body lock. Into round 2, he gets the back, he gets the body lock. He's trying to fight for the rear naked choke, and then Patchy Mix ends up trapping the arm in the body lock there. So now it's Sergio Pettis only having one arm to defend the choke. Patchy Mix eventually finding the rear naked choke there for the win. And then he has to defend the fight or his belt in the most recent fight against Magomed Magomedov. That fight going to split decision. I personally thought that Magomedov did more. I thought he won, did more damage. But again, that was a split decision. Patchy Mix ended up winning there. So from the tape study, from what we saw there, Patchy Mix is going to be a very high level grappler. Very good. Firstly, off of his back, Didn't really see him settle off of his back. When he's on his back, he's always attacking chokes. He's trying to elevate, things like that. Patchy Mix does have a very nasty guillotine we talked about. He will look for the guillotine anytime you try to level change on him. You put your neck into something, he will wrap up the guillotine, and he will pull guard because he knows he can get back to mount after he locks in that guillotine. Other than the guillotine, they call him the human backpack for a reason. He finds multiple ways to get to the back. Now, I thought that his wrestling was kind of poor. A lot of times he was sprawled out on his knees trying to get this double leg, but as soon as he gets the fight down to the ground, he's trying to keep chest position. He's trying to keep the position, not lose it, so he'll go from full guard to half guard to side control. From side control, he'll step over, and once he gets into mount, then he's able to posture up. He's hoping that you give up the back, and then when he gets the back, he's putting in the body lock. He will move the body lock from side to side depending on what side. You know, they say in order to get out of body lock, you want to put the body lock onto the ground, turn into your opponent, but Patchy Mix does a good job of just moving the body lock based on the opponent back and forth, right? So normally what I've seen is anytime Patchy Mix gets you down to the ground, that's normally the round, especially when he gets the body lock. I think he did lose it against Archuleta though. I think he might have lost it against Haraguchi as well, the body lock. And then it's a matter of can you do enough damage when you reverse the position. But mostly it's when you get the body lock, when you get the position, that's the round. So keep that in mind for any kind of live betting. So his go-to moves though, grappling high level, right? Again, he's going to go for the guillotine. He's going to go for the rear naked choke when he gets the body lock. On the feet though, that's where his weaknesses lie. Early into his fight career, he was a lot of low volume standing in the pocket. He likes the rear teep kick a lot. He stands in southpaw. He'll throw the right hook a lot. Not a huge jabber, not a huge leg kicker. However, in the more recent fights here against Magomedov, looked pretty improved. He'll fight southpaw. He'll throw the inside kick a bunch against Magomedov. But Magomedov's not really a striker. And even still in that last fight, that 5-round fight, Magomedov was finding the chin, landing some big shots. Patchy Mix seems to have a big chin, able to take some big shots. He's taken big shots, throughout these fights and has never been really rocked. He got caught a little bit to the point where he's stepping backwards, but nothing out cold. I don't think I've saw him get knocked down. So he does have a chin to keep himself into fights there, and then he has the elite grappling when he can get that off. So in order to beat somebody like Patchy Mix, you're going to have a skill set like Magomedov where you can keep the fight standing, very elite takedown defense, and then but the problem is Magomedov doesn't have the striking to back it up. You're going to have to get a good striker, long rangey striker with good takedown defense in order to sort of pick Patchy Mix apart. However, I think in a 3-round fight, he has all these 5-round experiences. In the 3-round fights, like if you made the Archuleta fight with a 3-round, if you made the Horiguchi fight a 3-round, even the Magomedov fight round, I think he wins these 3-round fights because he has better cardio to land the takedowns early. So 3-round fight definitely makes a difference in 5-round fights. I don't know if it's energy consumption that he's not going for a takedown every round, but normally the grappling exchanges, it just favors Patchy Mix all together on that side. So anybody with suspect takedown defense or suspect grappling, you need to either be able to stuff the takedowns or at least counter grapple it enough to survive. But Patchy Mix just looks like another level once he gets the fight down to the ground. He's taking on Mario Batista coming up at UFC. So I'm going to go back and tape the takedown defense of Mario Batista and then get a clearer picture on sort of how that fight's going to go. But at a high level, Patchy Mix still looks like elite, still looks like he has some win equity on his side. He does look like, his striking has improved throughout the years, so keep that in mind. He's throwing more kicks now, so definitely well-rounded a little bit there. Doesn't look like he's slowing down either, but his last fight over a year ago in May of 2024, so interesting to see what he will look like coming out here. So stay with us. So that's just a summary in terms of what I saw on tape. I'll go over and watch the Mario Batista side, and then we'll get you a best bet breakdown right after that. So my name is Art C, and this is Fighting Stats. Thanks for watching. Well, that is it for today. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Art C. If you like this type of content, make sure you smash that like button, hit the subscribe. You'll get notified anytime we put out new content. In 2024, we are up over 118 units. That's $58,000 at $500 units. We are using our exclusive UFC stats, not available anywhere else. I'm telling you, it gives us a huge edge over our competition, helps us make money long term. So come join us today, patreon.com/FightingStats. That's where we put all of our bets, our best bets, our shoot for the moon parlays. You can visit us also on our website, FightingStats.com, for all of our stats there. We have a lot of new tools coming out. You won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching.